Hi, this is my tutorial on how to basically slice up beats and so on in Recycle. Right, what you want to do is first you want to either drag the sample into Recycle or open it. In this case I've got a free drum loop which I've just found on the internet for copyright purposes. Basically, yeah, once you've got the loop in there, what you want to do is you want to work out how many bars the loop is made up of, and which you'll enter in this box here. So the first thing you'll do is play it. I'm just going to count it out loud. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Now, so we know that's 4 bars long. So I'm just going to type 4 in here, and you'll notice when I do that, it then tells you exactly what tempo and beats per minute the actual sample is. So you can see it said that's the tempo. Now, before we slice it up, we want to basically first of all click this button which opens the slicer. Now you've got a slider here which will individually slice it up, or you can enter them yourself by changing to the pencil, but for argument's sake I'm just going to do this. Here you've got attack and stretch. You want to turn these right off for beat slicing. The only time you'd want them on is basically if you were, say, slicing up a guitar sample, and it basically what it does, instead of it going dit, 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 in between each slice, it would basically just add a bit of decay to the end or a bit of attack to the front, which smooths out each sample. We don't want that for beats though. We can try it, but yeah, so we've done that. So now all we do is we'll drag this along until it splits up every beat that you can see, which is not too much, but just there is right. Now if you play each beat, you can see it split up each beat. So now all you've got to do now is you can either export the whole sample, but in this case I don't want 4 bars of it. I'm just going to get, say, the first bar, which I guess might be here. You see it's changed that, so we changed this down to 1. If you wanted to have the whole 4 bars, you could export that, but I don't need all the kicks and snares repeated, so I'm just going to see if I've got that right. No. I think that'll be right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's not quite right. Track this again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it's just 1 bar's worth, you can see there. Now the only other thing you might want to do is you might want to change the tempo. For example, I'm going to change it to 175 because that's easier for me to work with. So now we can count that again. 1. You can hear it's moved, it speeded it up now. Right, so now all that's left to do now, you can normalise it if you want. For argument's sake, I'm not going to, because I want to keep the natural sort of sound of the break. Right, now we just want to maybe save it as a Rex file first off, which is basically, that's what Recycle format is, or other programs will recognise it like the EXS and Logic and so on. Now I've created a folder already to save this in on my project folder called Beat. I'm just going to save it as that. We save it, and that's just saved the Rex file. So if you want to open it again and edit it exactly like it is, you can. And then the other thing you want to do is export it as individual slices. In this case, as a WAV file. You can do it in obviously AIF. This is an older version of Recycle. I'm just going to save that, and now it asks you if you want to export a MIDI file with the same name. I'm going to say yes. What that does is it will export a MIDI file from here to here of how it's actually meant to be played. So if you wanted to hear the loop as it is in Recycle in a sequence, so you could just drag the MIDI file in once you set up your samples, of course, in a sampler. So I press OK. It's now saved that. It was 8 slices. So the folder, you can see here, you've got the Rex file saved, and then you've got the MIDI file, but then you've got the slices. So if I open one of these, you can hear like that one's the bass drum, so on, and sort of shaker there, snare, and that's basically it.